amazing stories.
Veterans Voices, sponsored by Universal Plumbing. Get the latest weather data in real time throughout the entire CSRA. Count on the Live Viper 6 Neighborhood Network, powered by Tempest.
Get clear, accurate stories that don't waste your time at WJBF.com.
Now on News Channel 6 at 5, population growth in Georgia. Why more people could be leading to more public safety concerns. As your News at 5 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with the population growing in Georgia, but law enforcement says as more people arrive, public safety concerns also increase. Here's Atlanta Bureau Chief Archit Seshadri.
The FBI
Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci joins us now for a first check of the weather.
Well, Jenny, it's a beautiful Friday. We do have some sunshine today, and it's completely dry. So you're taking a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam over at the Lake Soap Creek Marina. Temperature-wise, we are hot today, but it's still a little bit less humid than it typically would be for the last day of July. Our temperatures are sitting in the low to mid-90s, but Barnwell, you are at 97 degrees, 93 in Augusta, 96 in Edgefield, but that relative humidity is down to around 30%, similar to yesterday, with dew points in the upper 50s to mid 60s. So the heat index is staying below 100 degrees. We'll take that any day in the summertime. No heat advisories today, but you can see the winds are starting to come more so out of the south. So soon we will start to see more moisture in the area, and that's also going to lead to some rain chances this weekend. But definitely get outside and enjoy a nice Friday night that's staying dry and mostly sunny. We'll be at 90 degrees by the 8 o'clock hour. And as we look ahead here, rain chances are on the rise starting Saturday afternoon. It will be a very wet Saturday night, and then we do have that high chance of rain again on Sunday leading into Monday. I'll have more details on that with your feature cast coming up. But back to you, Jenny.
All right, Jenna, thank you. A state-appointed commission will help determine whether Burke County Sheriff Alfonso Williams stays on the job. Governor Brian Kemp announcing today that he has appointed a commission to determine whether Sheriff Williams should be suspended. The committee includes Attorney General Chris Carr, Crisp County Sheriff Billy Hancock, and Thomas County Sheriff Tim Watkins. Governor Kemp's office was required by law to wait 14 days after the indictment was delivered to appoint a commission to investigate. The commission now has 14 days to make a recommendation to the governor. A Columbia County man is facing charges after an alleged attack. 31-year-old Willie Thomas is charged with aggravated assault and 4 counts of cruelty to children. Investigators say EMTs brought a woman to the hospital who was unresponsive with visible marks on her face and neck. Thomas, who is the woman's husband, is being held in the Columbia County Jail. Happening now, a former South Carolina governor is making a stop in Saluda. The Jenkins County school system says student safety remains its top priority after the arrest of a high school parapro earlier this week. As the investigation continues, some community members say they want more transparency. Hannah Hughes is charged with having an inappropriate relationship with a student. In a statement released today, Superintendent John Paul Hearn says he contacted Millen Police as soon as he learned of the allegations and says the employee had no contact with students after the district became aware of the situation.
parents is quiet around here. They more likely don't like to voice their opinions. If no one's pointing this particular situation out, no one is ever going to nip it in the bud, and they'd be swept under the rug if it was never even, investigation opened by the Board of Education.
News Channel 6 has requested the arrest warrant, incident report, and other records related to the case. We'll continue to follow this story and bring you new information when we get it. A Columbia County school finds partners to fix a damaged facility. News Channel 6's Ryan Lynch shows us how Lakeside High School's JROTC program is getting a restoration.
A JROTC cadet at Lakeside saw the damaged training course and wanted to restore it to working condition.
I originally had this idea after seeing how we performed our last meet at Grovetown, seeing how we could have had use the course that we have behind us to advance, but we didn't have access to it.
Hurricane Helene covered the course with trees and leaves, making it unsafe and unusable. Lakeside JROTC cadets could not properly train for competition meets.
It's like asking a football team to go and compete in a game without having a football field to practice on. That's really what these kids are dealing with. So we said that we just can't have that happen. We got to at least get it cleared out.
United Way of the CSRA got involved and brought Atlanta Gaslight and John Deere as professional partners to clear the area. The cleaning is just the beginning.
My understanding is the students and parents involved already have a plan to rebuild the course. So we're working on getting funding for that, and hopefully we'll have it built sometime in the near future.
For Cadet Millbrook, JROTC is not just any school program. For him, it is something bigger.
JROTC means to me like, it means brotherhood, you know, because first time I joined, it was a new thing to me, you know. You really have to work for it, and whatever you put into the program, you get out.
Lakeside JROTC looks forward to having a full course again as the project heads toward completion. In Evans, Ryan Lynch, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Today, Project Refresh held an event to get kids ready for back-to-school season. They passed out book bags, gave free haircuts, and offered resources for students and parents. Organizers say the event gives kids access to things they need for school that they may not have otherwise.
I think it's very important because some kids can't afford haircuts or can't go to haircuts in their area because some people don't have a car to go get the haircut.
Augusta Tech, their students are amazing, and the thing today is they're not in class today, so they are literally volunteering to be here, which is amazing.
Richmond County elementary students head back on August 5th. All other students in the district go back August 6th. Up next, improving the tourism industry in Charleston, what the city is doing to make the experience better for everyone. Next.
I want to see a dance so
Still ahead, clearing the shelter in Aiken County. How you can add a new member to your family this weekend after the forecast.
And it's a nice day today, but we are going to have a rainy first weekend of August. I'll have all the details when we return.
The CSRA's favorite news app is now even better with easier access to local news, weather, and live streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app.
The School of Arts and Sciences at Augusta Technical College is where curiosity turns into competence. A place to explore the world's biggest challenges. A place where learning is more than textbooks. It's the foundation for what comes next. We are here to help you build skills that transfer into careers, universities, and real life. Your future starts with a strong foundation. Take the first step. The School of Arts and Sciences at Augusta Technical College. It's time.
Salsa Bar and Grill, handcrafted margaritas.
New Mimosas and authentic Mexican food.
Come by today.
Locally owned and operated since 1985. Mark Young's Tire Pros. Love the drive.
Augusta Family Dental. We now have 4 locations to serve you.
Sherry Osborne, Certipro Painters. Call us, we'll paint happy for you.
Big Dog Disposal. You call, we haul. Anything.
Super Savers, coupons online, anywhere, anytime. Just show your phone.
Keep up with the weather in your hometown with the live Fiber 6 Neighborhood Network.
The advanced power of Tempest weather stations allows us to give you real-time hyper-local data.
From your hometown throughout the entire CSRA.
Here's your current temperatures powered by Tempest. Most of us in the CSRA in the 90s, but as we zoom into Screven County,
Count on the live Fiber 6 Neighborhood Network, powered by Tempest, sponsored by Coleman Services. One name, 2 trades, no worries.
Think you've seen everything? Visit AugustaMiniTheater.org or call 722-0598. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Fiber 6.
welcome back. Here's a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam right here at Television Park. We do still have some hazy sunshine, but not a bad day at all. We're sitting at 93 degrees. It's feeling like 95, so it is hot, of course, but not as humid as it could be for late July and heading into early August. So we have an east-southeast wind coming in at 5 miles per hour. By tomorrow, that is going to pump in some more moisture. So these dew points that are in the low 60s will be back to the low 70s tomorrow. So enjoy this pleasant evening while it lasts. You can see those low to mid 90s across the board. Here's our satellite and radar. So other than this little sea breeze front that's bringing a few isolated showers just to the southeast of our viewing area, we really don't have much going on. The stationary front is still to the south of us. We've been tracking that over the last few days, and we have high pressure in control for now. But look at this low pressure system that'll be moving in as we go into the weekend. That's going to make for some pretty wet conditions starting late tomorrow afternoon. So if you want to spend some time outside this weekend, the best time to do it will be early tomorrow up until around 2 o'clock. Storms will start out very hit or miss, and then it will become more widespread during the evening hours. So we'll be watching for some flash flooding tomorrow, as well as rain chances are going up to 70%. Then on Sunday, we're going to see a 60% chance of showers and storms. And at that point, we will be watching for some severe weather as well. But let's start out with that flash flooding threat. Notice the slight risk for some of our western counties tomorrow. Then that's just a marginal risk, more so for the southern portion of the CS array on Sunday. And then on Sunday is also when we have that threat of damaging wind gusts, also some small hail possible. And notice the entire CS array is included under that outlook. So here's your futurecast now. Tonight at 7 o'clock, other than maybe a stray little shower in our southeastern counties, we're keeping it dry. And then tomorrow at noon, still dry. Now here comes the warm front, though. That'll bring widespread downpours. Saturday evening, it will be cloudy. It'll also be a bit cooler, but of course it will be feeling humid with all of this rain. Now Sunday at 8 a.m., still a high likelihood of seeing some rain. We will get some breaks, though, as we go into the afternoon, and there's definitely a good chance that most of the activity will be staying to the south of us on Sunday. But as this cold front moves through, we're still going to be tracking that line during the evening hours on Sunday. Now on Monday, at that point, a lot of the activity staying along the coastline, but still keeping around a 40% chance of rain at that point. So here's a closer look tomorrow at noon. Like I mentioned, get out and about early. The activity starts out very scattered, then becomes widespread in the evening, and we'll be watching for that flash flooding threat. If you head out late Saturday night, you should be good to go, but then more rain gets here Sunday morning. And then as you can see, as we get through time on Sunday, it won't be a complete washout, so still some opportunity to head outside. As for the temperatures, we are cooling down a bit, highs in the upper 80s on Sunday and Monday, and then we heat up again into the lower 90s next week as those rain chances go down to 30% on Tuesday and staying at that 30% chance all the way until the following weekend.
All right. A little rain to dodge, but we'll deal with that.
Yeah, at least
you.
it's cooler.
Yes, indeed. Animal shelters across the two-state are filled beyond capacity, and thanks to a special event this weekend, you can bring home a new best friend for free. The Aiken County Animal Shelter is taking part in a nationwide Clear the Shelters event Saturday. No adoption fees for dogs and cats. Organizers say they are back to full capacity after taking in more than 400 animals this month. They say they're seeing more owners surrender their pets because they can no longer afford them, and they're not alone.
So nationwide, every shelter is suffering. There's just an increased number of pet surrenders. So we're seeing so many people who are struggling financially, who want to get rid of their pets. And we're just trying to do everything in our power to find homes for the ones that we have so we can help others. We're desperate. We desperately need room if we're going to continue to save lives.
The Clear the Shelter event is tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Aiken County Animal Shelter on Wire Road. For more information and pictures of adoptable pets, go to WJBF.com. Up next, a man making a legacy in the world of hot dogs. How he found his name in the Hot Dog Hall of Fame. After the break.
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. Many times your injury was because of a defective product, and our team of product lawyers will bring a claim against the manufacturer. Other times, you need to file for Social Security. Finally, your employer could try to retaliate if you bring a claim, and our employment law team is ready to slap them back hard. You can count on us. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.
I need something that's going to make this a can't-miss event. Something catchy.
You're the real deal.
And here we go. His first career victory.
Now that's football.
Welcome to NXT. Let's play Trivial Pursuit.
Welcome to Pula.
I'm very sorry for what I've done tonight.
Think you've seen everything on your favorite TV show? Hazel's sure a take-charge maid.
It ain't all hors d'oeuvres and good-looking butlers, you know.
Always getting a head start on things in the Baxter household.
Hazel!
Literally. Hazel seems to run head first whenever she feels the need to rush. Maybe she was a track star in her early days. Take a closer look at Antenna TV.
Antenna TV.
Dog fans, mark your calendar.
To get the weather, you need to see the whole picture. That's why Live Viper 6 gives you the Skyview network. Get a live view of traffic and weather from all over the CSRA. Available online 24 hours a day at WJBF.com and the free Live Viper 6 mobile app. The WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview network. Powered by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service.
An Illinois man is cementing his name in the hot dog history forever. Matt Quartz was inducted into Vienna Beef's Hot Dog Hall of Fame, and it's all thanks to his commitment to his customers. Derek Mitchell shares the story.
What do Vienna hot dogs mean to you?
Oh man, just kind of growing up in Illinois, just history.
That history Fraser Valley hot dog owner Matt Quartz found right here in central Illinois.
We had a really popular hot dog stand called Mr. G's growing up on El Dorado Street. And I don't know if you ever heard of Cruckle's Custard in Decatur. And I kind of based my ideas similar to the food that I grew up on. I just felt like I knew what good food was growing up, you know, and coming out here, we didn't have any kind of like anything similar. So I just feel, and there's a lot of people from the Midwest here too, you know, and so I figured it would be a good fit.
Because of 16 years of commitment to quality food and good customer service, he was awarded into the Vienna Beef Hot Dog Hall of Fame.
Because I've been in business for about 16 years, quality, consistency, the amount of volume that I do with the Vienna Beef Hot Dog Company.
But before this award could sit on his shelf, he was served up a few tests to make sure he was worthy enough to join the ranks.
They sent a secret shopper in, and I just kind of met their standards.
I talked to Court's mom today, and she couldn't be more proud of her son for chasing what seemed like an impossible dream.
Matt, you kept your nose to the grindstone, you had a good idea, and you paid attention to all the details, and that's what Vienna Beef liked about him as well. And we are just so proud that you're our son.
Matt is thankful for the hot dog community, not only in Decatur, though, but across the country for supporting one man in his dream.
I'm really humbled and very grateful and thankful that they considered me.
And that does it for us this afternoon, but we have more coverage you can count on at 5:30, including the latest on cyber attacks against several Minnesota water facilities. Who investigators believe could be responsible for the attacks? Next at 5:30.
At Stanton, for a limited time, kids get a free eye exam. Penguins need clear vision. Kids do too. Plus, glasses start at just $79. Made same day. Smart, simple. Stanton.
For 50 years.
The weather. It seems like it's always changing. That's why Live Viper 6 is always there.
It is a Viper 6 alert day as we track severe weather.
The Live Viper 6 weather team is coverage you can count on.
At Stanton, our progressive lenses are digital, customized for you. All distances, one lens. Get 2 progressives plus a free eye exam for just $175. Smart, simple. Stanton.
The Live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5:30.
Hey everyone, I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
Topping today's headlines, in Aiken County, animal shelters taking part in a nationwide Clear the Shelters event on Saturday. No adoption fees for dogs and cats. And Hurricane Helene recovery, who's helping to rebuild the JROTC course at Lakeside High School. Also, with students returning to class today in Jenkins County, just days after a high school paraprofessional was arrested following an alleged sexual relationship with a student. We'll get to these headlines at 6, but first, the FBI and officials in Minnesota are investigating a series of cyber attacks targeting dozens of water plants in the state. It is time now for a first look at our weather with Chief Meteorologist Jenna Petracci. Jenna.
Well, Dee, it's a hot day, but still not as bad as it could be for the last day of July. Our temperatures are topping off anywhere from the low to upper 90s. We're currently at 93 in Augusta, but 97 in Barnwell, a little bit hotter down south. 94 in Swainsboro. Aiken, you're at 92, so pretty close to average for this time of the year. But the difference today compared to how it typically is in July is the fact that we have much lower dew points. This is pretty rare for this time of the year to see those dew points in the lower 60s, and over the past couple of days, we even had some dew points in the upper 50s. So because of that, the heat index is pretty much matching the temperatures. At the highest, it's up to 99 degrees in our southeastern counties, but we're staying below 100 today. So the winds are now starting to come out of the south, though. That's going to increase the moisture as we go into the weekend, making it feel a bit muggier outside. But here's our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam showing hazy sunshine over at SRP Park. We have the Green Jackets game tonight at 7:05 against the Columbia Fireflies again. It will be a hot night, but staying mostly clear and dry. Now, as we go into the weekend, we will be tracking some rain, and I'll have more details on that with your feature cast coming up. But back to you, Dee.
All right, thanks so much. AI giant Anthropic says one of its models hacked into 2/3 of K through 12 parents say their shopping is more expensive this summer compared to last year. It may feel like summer just started to many of us, but it's actually almost time for many kids to return to class, and there are big savings to be found in supplies. When you break it down by category, parents expect to spend the most, $337 on average per child on items for after-school activities, including sports clothes and shoes. They're next at $275. School supplies expected to cost $118. Then tech, like laptops and tablets, and finally books. In total, it comes out to nearly $900 per child. So how can you fight the cost? Well, several states do offer sales tax holidays for back-to-school shopping, so make sure to check out your state for the tax-free weekend if there is one being offered. Well, the former Illinois deputy convicted of shooting and killing Sonia Massey in 2000. Box office for this weekend is on a new level. We'll have more on this up next.
And now it's time for our Live Viper 6 Neighborhood Network powered by Tempest. Here's some of your current conditions over in Edgefield County. We're at 97 degrees in Trenton, 96 both over at Fido's Farm or in Modoc and Turkey Road in Edgefield. Dew points are on the lower side in the low to mid 60s. No rain today, of course. And then you can see down in Richmond County, 94 in Blythe, up to 96 over at Fairfield Court in Hepzibah. Dew points in the mid to upper 60s. I'll have more details on your forecast after what's trending.
Tonight. Another star of the Odyssey, Anne Hathaway, who plays Queen Penelope.
Ithaca's king is coming back.
With another massive hit earlier this year in The Devil Wears Prada 2, which began streaming this week on Disney+.
I thought that for sure you had approved, and we're excited, and that's why I came in here all like, oh.
So, is this a sign that Hollywood is back to its golden age, where its biggest stars make the box office?
And when you look at a film like The Odyssey, Anne Hathaway, Matt Damon, Zendaya, these are all names that could front a film by themselves. They could all stand alone and be the driving force for why people would want to buy a ticket to see that movie.
Well, all of you fans of Anne Hathaway say Princess Diaries 3 had a breakthrough after scrapping the original script. The Princess Diaries was released in 2001, followed by the sequel in 2004. And Hathaway says she does not know when she can make the movie as she is pregnant with her third child. But we do want The Princess Diaries 3 because that's such a great show. Great movie. For those who can remember, 64 years ago on The Jetsons, Rosie the robot was a glimpse into the future. Over the decades, we never even came close to having robots clean our homes for us until now, where it's already happening in the city by the bay. Here's Sophie Flay.
Rather cleaning service with humanoids in SF.
And now, the future is here. This new video shows a humanoid robot vacuuming and cleaning a home in San Francisco, where Tau Robotics is now offering humanoid robot cleaning services to select applicants.
I think many of our initial customers are people who didn't have house cleaners or not that frequent house cleaners, human house cleaners. So it mainly just makes the market bigger.
Alex Koch, CEO and co-founder of Tau Robotics, says right now, a human from a central location still needs to control these humanoids with the help of AI. These videos were given to our San Francisco station KGO by Tau Robotics. Ken Goldberg of UC Berkeley has spent 40 years in engineering and is skeptical.
Being able to pick up objects off the floor is even still a challenge for robots today. And being able to sweep and wipe out areas of, counters and underneath things, that is very, very difficult.
Koch admits there's a long way to go, but says these robots can, in fact, do certain tasks.
Vacuum cleaning, for example, that's working pretty well already. Basic, wiping the kitchen counter, that's also pretty doable.
In other words, it doesn't sound like these robots will be ready to mount a revolution anytime soon, like they did in iRobot back in 2004. Still, the long-term goal is there, a humanoid that can eventually clean a whole home at a cheap price.
He wants to know how much we...
That cheap. Tau Robotics is charging customers $30 an hour. But even with robots like...
I don't know, the humanoid robots are just so creepy to me. I'm not ready for those. And I don't like the fact that they replace humans. That's the big thing. Let's not go and replace humans. Well, is this weather going to replace some fun this weekend? We'll have to see. Definitely dry into July. That's good. But let's start to August. We'll have to see what's ahead for this weekend when Jenna returns after this break.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Morgan & Morgan isn't just an injury firm. It's our family's life work. $30 billion recovered is something I'm proud of. But what I'm really proud of are the families we stood beside. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
The weather. It seems like it's always changing. That's why Live Viper 6 is always there. From cloudy days and rainy nights to scorching heat and everything in between, the CSRA's most trusted weather team is always working for you.
It is a Viper 6 alert day as we track severe weather.
So when the weather changes, always stay prepared. Anywhere, anytime. The Live Viper 6 weather team is coverage you can count on for the entire CSRA. Attention viewers, CW6 is now available today on Hulu. It's never been easier to watch all your favorite CW shows, sports, talk, reality, and so much more. CW6. Watch it today on Hulu. Closed captioning on News Channel 6 is sponsored by Hearing Associates of South Carolina. Get the latest video in one click at WJBF.com. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back and happy Friday. It's a nice day and a nice end to the month of July overall. It's not as humid as it could be as we start out with our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam here over at USC Salkehatchie. It's still hot for sure, 93 degrees, feeling like 95, but anytime the heat index is below 100, that's considered pretty pleasant for July, and it's all because of these dew points on the lower side where it's 63, putting our humidity at 37%. So around the CSRA, we have a mix of low to middle 90s. And here's our satellite and radar showing you this stationary front to the south of us. This has been here the past few days. So we're dry here in the CSRA. We have the sea breeze front, but that is retreating back over towards the coast. So I'm expecting us to stay dry for the rest of your Friday night. High pressure's in control for now, but I am watching this low pressure system, and that's going to make for a pretty wet start to the month of August. So for tomorrow's forecast, if you want to spend some time outside, get out early, because once we get get into the afternoon and especially by the evening, it is going to be very rainy. So rain chances are up to 70% on Saturday, 60% on Sunday. We will be watching for some possible flash flooding, especially on Saturday for some of our western counties. That's where we have a slight risk of that. Then on Sunday, a marginal risk of flooding for the southern portion of the CSRA. Now, when it comes to severe weather, we're not expecting that on Saturday. However, notice the entire CSRA is under that marginal risk for the threat of damaging wind gusts and also the possibility of some small hail throughout our Sunday afternoon and evening. So here's our futurecast, staying dry tonight with that front to the south of us. Then this warm front starts to lift to the north on Saturday. That'll bring widespread rain by the evening. And then we'll be watching this cold front that'll come in on Sunday. Now, a lot of the energy will be staying focused to the south of us. That's where we're seeing some really widespread downpours. But as this cold front gets across the area, I'm still expecting a line of storms to move through. And that's when we'll be watching for that damaging wind gust threat. Now, by Monday, a lot of the activity will be staying along the South Carolina and Georgia coastline, but I'm still keeping that rain chance at 40% for now. Here's a closer look tomorrow at noon. So a dry start to the day, then it starts out as isolated activity, becomes scattered, and then very widespread during Saturday evening. Now, if you get out late Saturday night, say around 11 o'clock, things will be drying out briefly, but then more rain will be here on Sunday morning. We'll get some breaks as we go into our Sunday afternoon, but then here comes the cold front, and it doesn't look very intimidating, but we will be watching that for the possibility of some damaging wind gusts and small hail. Now, the good news with all this rain is not only will it be beneficial since we are still in a drought in some spots, but it will also bring us some heat relief, which is very unusual for August. We'll be in the upper 80s for a change. However, it will start to feel more humid with those rain chances, so keep that in mind. Rain chances will go down to 30% on Tuesday, and it will stay that way through the following weekend, and temperatures will heat up just a tad back into the middle 90s.
All right, thanks so much.
Yep.
All right, coming up, hello sword fights. We'll have the latest on a medieval competition after the break.
At Burkell.
Injured? Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy.
I had never really been in an accident before. Austin Jackson's team, they explained everything.
I knew that he was taking care of the behind-the-scenes work, and that was like a heavy load off of me and my family.
As soon as I called Austin Jackson, I was assured that everything would be taken care of for me.
We take all the burden from the legal side off of our clients. We protect, we guide, and we assist the injured of our community after an accident.
For years, WJBF News Channel 6 and our partners have championed local families through our Children First campaign. Together, our mission has been to strengthen our community by uplifting children and their families across the CSRA. Count on News Channel 6 as we make a difference in the lives of local children. To learn more, visit WJBF.com/childrenfirst. WJBF News Channel 6's Children First is sponsored by Bridgestone.
The winner isn't the fastest, the strongest, or even the toughest. It's the one who refuses to lose. Big hit of life. Big hit of life. He's the greatest. CW. Man, does it feel good. Big hit of life.
Your most watched local news is getting a big plus. WJBF 6 Plus, now on demand. Whether you have Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, or Samsung TV Plus, our new streaming app is easy to download for your television. Plus, it's totally free with no subscription required. WJBF 6 Plus, built for the way you watch. WJBF 6 Plus is brought to you by the Mike Costello Law Firm. Do yourself a favor. Call the Mike Costello Law Firm.
The CSRA's favorite news app is now even better with easier access to local news, weather, and live streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app.
Nations around the world spent summer battling it out on the soccer field. Now a much more old school showdown is taking center stage. The international medieval matchup. Men and women from 30 countries travel to Denmark to a castle where they dress in their best armor and battle it out with swords, shields, and axes from medieval times. The sport is a mix of martial arts, fencing, and historical reenactment. The event first started in Spain in 2014, but now has grown to have nearly 600 fighters. Pretty interesting. That's all the time we have at this half hour, but we have more coverage you can count on coming up next at 6, including a former Jenkins County school employee is facing charges and what she's being accused of. Stay with us for more details next.
The Line Viper 6 Neighborhood Network, powered by Tempest, is sponsored by Coleman Services. One name, two trades, no worries.
A drunk driver comes down the road. I didn't even see him.
There was a truck parked across the road. I never saw it until it was too late.
When clients call, you can feel the burden that they're carrying, and we want to make sure people understand that we're here to help them.
When you get approached from somebody